We got Sonic news, and by Sonic news, I mean no Sonic news. I guess that's news in itself, right?
What?
There was a flyer put out today by SEGA talking about Sonic's 30th anniversary. Let's take a look at this. Why do I look like an anime character after a time skip? Your boy's hair is getting long AF. So SEGA decided to put out a bunch of no news today, talking about the 30th anniversary of Sonic, which we've all been anticipating, right? This is why your boy has no video content whatsoever.
SEGA, how am I supposed to be a Sonic YouTuber if you're not giving me any content to use?
But that's not the point. They put out a flyer saying celebrating Sonic's 30th anniversary in 2021. We still don't know what that means. They've been talking about what they're gonna be doing over the last year, and you know, COVID-19 is a factor.
COVID-19!
COVID-19!
I've been saying it for a very long time. I've been saying that it's affected the game industry quite heavily as well for releases in 2021. In my personal opinion, there's a bunch of game developers out there that have said the same, but we're just not really getting much news from SEGA in general. I mean, at least other developers are kind of putting out information like, hey guys, we're probably not going to be doing anything this year because we got a lot of work to do. Like Nintendo, for instance, and Breath of the Wild sequel.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
But for Sonic, it's just been mum's the word. The poor Twitter social media account doesn't even know what to put up anymore. So the first bullet point here is celebrating Sonic's 30th anniversary in 2021. Still don't know what that means. Over $1 billion in franchise revenue to date. I feel like these are just bullet points for investors to see for SEGA or whatever. But congrats to your boy for bringing in $1 billion in franchise revenue to date. I figured it'd be a little bit more than that by now, but apparently, you know, Sonic's not Call of Duty these days, but whatever. #1 video game movie of all time. There's an asterisk here. What does this mean? Oh, based on US domestic box office figures. So I guess it bombed in China. Well, okay. So internationally, it did a little bit worse because
COVID-19!
COVID-19!
you know, it came out right when a pandemic hit in China especially, so I'm sure a lot of that money went down the drain after that hit. But congratulations for Sonic being the #1 video game movie of all time. All time. By the way, I had high hopes for Mortal Kombat. I thought that it would top Sonic as the best video game movie out there, but apparently that's not the case because it's pretty
Garbage day! Huh? No!
But that's just one man's opinion. Over 1.2 billion games sold and downloaded. So the math doesn't add up to me. If you sold 1.2 billion games, doesn't each game cost more than $1 billion? So you got well over $1 billion for the franchise revenue to date. I guess they're calculating all the costs that it takes to make the games and how they broke even, etc., etc. So I'll believe SEGA over my own speculation on business because I ain't no businessman. And then finally, this is the bullet point that has everybody reaching for news. I'm sure I'm like the 80th Sonic tuber to do this. But games, movies, animation, mobile, partnerships, and more in 2022. Let's break that down a little bit, shall we? So games in 2022, we still haven't really had an official announcement of a game. I think the only game that we're gonna get, and they probably threw us a bone on this one, is that Sonic Colors Ultimate, which still hasn't been officially announced, but there's been rumors about a Sonic Colors remaster, and I absolutely adore that game. I think it's super beautiful. I think all the graphics are in place to make a very super nice looking remaster. So if they could pick any game, I'm glad it could be that because, you know, the Wii's kind of outdated. If it was like Unleashed, for instance, I would also be down for that. But I think Colors needs it more than Unleashed and Generations, for instance. So I am glad that we're getting that, even though it's not officially has been announced. But I think that's probably the game that we're going to get for 2021. They're going to throw us a little bone because their 30th anniversary game is probably not even done yet. But there are two things that concern me about that, right? We have zero news on that 30th anniversary game. We don't even have a title. You know, like we're getting animation that was announced for Netflix, Sonic Prime. We're getting Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, next April, or next May, I think. I think it's next May. There's been a lot of scenes of them filming out in Vancouver and Hawaii, etc. over the last few weeks. So that's in full flight right now. The only thing that we haven't really seen much of is the future of the games. And that is my huge concern. Because I feel like if SEGA were confident about what they're putting out, we'd get a little bit of news at least, you know? But maybe they want this big event where they just release a bunch of info, you know? But I feel like Sonic now is every other media except video games these days. What's going on, SEGA? Come on.
Please prepare to clap your gloved hands together for Aaron Weber.
So, They're talking about the movies, so I just mentioned the Sonic movie sequel is under works right now, and it'll be out next May. Animation is Sonic Prime, so I think we're gonna get more info on that. When did they say that was gonna release?
Bruh, look at this dude. Look at his hair.
Did they say 2023? Did they give me some crazy release date of 2023? Oh no, they said 2022. Okay, so we still gotta wait a year or so for that to come out. And whether that relates to the movie or not is yet to be seen, but I'm hoping that they keep the movie universe separate. Finally on here is mobile. So I guess there's going to be more mobile games announced as well as partnerships, and I'm hoping that they continue to do things with Nintendo. I love Sonic and Mario games at the Olympic Games, but it's time to get them out of the Olympics, bro. It's time to get them out the Olympics and actually like in a game itself. Like, come on. It astounds me that Mario had a crossover game with Rabbids before he had a real crossover game with Sonic. So Nintendo, if you're listening, make that happen. And you guys build it, or have Monolith Soft build it, or something like that. And all of this information is from the latest issue of License Global. So even though these are vague facts, I think it's just bullet points just to let these people know what's in store for the franchise moving forward. But I think it's a little concerning to say that more information is coming out in 2022. I mean, we could see something at E3. SEGA is going to be there doing E3 stuff. Virtually, of course, because there's no official E3. So maybe we'll get some more news, or at least like a little announcement or something, and then we'll get the full game in 2022. But again, this is all speculation and stretching. But you know, your boy wanted to cover it because I need Sonic news desperately. If you guys want me to cover something Sonic related, I'm gonna do it. But I need some current news desperately. Your boy is thirsty for Sonic news. I'm just sitting here streaming twice a week. You guys should definitely check that out because I stream Resident Evil, and I went to the laundry room to check and I saw Clark.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Pokemon Snap and all that stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So go ahead and check that out. Persona Games at twitch.tv/TheMentok. If you're wondering why I'm not streaming here, it's because I'm streaming over there. I betrayed you guys for that. With the Sonic movie sequel and Sonic Prime scheduled for 2022, the vague disclosure led many fans to believe that the next game or mainline title won't be unveiled or released until next year. Though again, I think a lot of people are calling it a little too early, even though I've been talking about it in this video. Like, I think a majority of whatever they had planned is going to be coming out in 2022. But I think toward the end of the year, you're going to start to see more announcements for our Blue Hedgehog. And I wouldn't even be surprised if they put more in 2022 just to be safe, because if they put more in 2021 and they had to do a bunch of delays, then that'll probably look bad on them. So, but I guess other asides that are interesting from this article was that Sega's working closely with Paramount Pictures on major merch initiatives. I think now that we have a total redesign of the Sonic character in the Sonic movie, Sega's gonna be doubling down on that merchandise to match, because I'm sure that they had to pull a bunch of that old design during the last movie. Can you imagine there's a bunch of horrid toys out there with the old design on it? If you guys can get collectibles, you know what? Send me a little donation of that. Somebody send it to my P.O. box that I don't have yet. A couple other bullet points here is that there are plans for location-based entertainment programs, said Sega licensing and partnership director Alex Gomez. So I'm wondering if that's something related to the mobile application that they were talking about. Maybe we're gonna have a Sonic Pokemon Go, probably not, but you know, it's probably something related to that. Or just like little small events with different types of merchandise, etc. Sega's building out a roster of licensees to help them round out consumer products related to the movie and 30th anniversary, and I think that's mainly around merchandising in the long run. So nothing really game related with those new details there. But thank you to Tails channel. Go follow them on Twitter. They're always the first to really drop all this information, and I think it's pretty fascinating. Either way, even if we had a snippet of information, I gotta bring it out here to the light and make sure I communicate it to my wonderful, beautiful children. And I think that's all I have to say for today. I am working on another informative, lovely video that you guys like, but please check out my large array of other Sonic-related videos and other videos about video gaming in general, because, you know, your boy needs the views. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real, help your boy out. No, I'm just kidding. No, help me out. Help me out. I say it with confidence. Anyway, my children, that's it for today. As always, I respect your viewership and your support. Be safe. The Prophet has spoken.